Hey, what's up YouTube? So it's been 2 days since I added the moss to this aquarium. I have a filter in here so it can get some gas exchange on the surface, and the moss is looking decent. The current of the filter was way too strong, so all the smaller pieces of moss floated away and just wouldn't last in the tank. So I basically just kept this big sheet of moss and put a rock on it to hold it down. And after 2 days, it's still very green. You can tell the water is really cloudy because there's a lot of dirt on the bottom of the moss. But I rinsed it out. I haven't done a water change yet. I'm going to do a water change in probably later today and add more water, and then it'll probably be really clean. And you'll be able to see the moss a lot better later on, and I'll make a new video for that. But as of now, the moss is looking really green. I don't really know if it's grown yet, but it's only been a couple days, so that's expected. But I'm surprised that nothing has died yet from this moss. And like I said, since the current was too strong, I moved some of the moss out. And actually, I moved some of the moss into the tank already. So this moss that you see down here, this is the same moss that's in the other tank. But I wanted to see it in the better light and clearer water and see if it'll be able to last in the tank itself. So I made sure I really cleaned it off, got all the dirt out, and just put it slightly under this rock so it could hold it, and we'll see if it lasts. And some of the same moss, like this, same moss, I put in right here. So the filter's holding it. This part will probably die, but I'm using it to, because there's no light access, but I'm using it to anchor this part of the moss to the filter. And I think testing it out in like this area will help it live, and we'll see if it lasts here or if it lasts here or both or neither. And if it lives here, it might grow throughout the entire filter, which would be really cool. I only covered 1/2 of it though, because if you can see, the water on this side is muffled and is not making much agitation on the surface, but it was really just as much as this before. So I tried to put it on both sides, but by doing that, it got rid of all gas exchange, surface agitation, and because of that, then the issue would be the fish would not get enough oxygen in the water. I'm pretty sure, because I don't think this moss is producing enough oxygen for the fish. I could be wrong, but I'd rather not take my chances. Now, you see other moss in this tank, right over here. It's a little bit darker. I actually got this from outside as well. Did a good job cleaning it off. And this moss is interesting because it reminds me a lot of Java moss. It's not a sheet like this. It's really like it could float around. It's separated. So I wedged it in between these rocks in the driftwood. I let some just sit on the ground. Put it in different areas of the tank. See if it survives, if it doesn't, and hopefully it does, because if it grows, it'll be able to grow throughout most of the tank, and it'd be really cool. Yeah, the fish are happy. Fish love it. I saw platies and the gourami actually picking at the moss a little bit. I don't think they've ever seen live plants before in their life, so they're probably pretty curious about what it is. And the cool thing is, if the platies do breed, it'll provide hiding places for them. Here's the autosynclus. He's just chilling. They are very skittish. A lot of people say the gourami is a skittish fish, and maybe they are, but this one, man, this one's not scared at all. He's excited for some food, even though I'm not going to feed him now. But hopefully this moss stays healthy, because if it does, I will eventually add the whole thing into this, and we'll have a huge carpet of moss. I think that'd be really cool, and if it grows, that'd be insane. Could grow through the top, and like half of it would be all plant, and that would just be perfect for these types of fish. So I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully you enjoyed this new video. As you can see, there's a little bit of progress with this moss. Don't think it's done yet, but it hasn't really been too long. Moss is normally pretty resilient, so I think it'd take a while to kill it anyways. But with that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. I'll just shut up and let you guys watch the tank for a while quietly. But before I do that, I'd like to ask you guys like the video, share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, getting out the word of the channel, and it helped me create new content. So thank you guys again, and I'll shut up and let you guys watch.